Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of April 27th through May the 3rd. Thank you right up front for all your thumbs ups and for sharing this video with other people you think it may benefit as well. Thank you also for all of your comments, both while I'm live and afterwards. And thank you also to those of you who are getting private readings from me. I do offer those either by phone or by Skype. For those of you who don't know, it is because of all of your support at every single level that I am able to do what I love to do for my living. So that is genuinely appreciated. All right, so what do we have coming up here for Capricorns on Monday? First thing we have is the wheel showing up in reverse. The wheel in reverse is just telling me that this is probably not the best day to ask for a raise or a promotion or to go in and try and buy a new car. And this may even be a day when things feel like it's just sort of full of obstacles. Everything sort of feels like you're walking through deep mud to try to get anything accomplished with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's just a cycle of where there's a little bit of resistance for whatever's going on for you for that day. And that's okay. It's just temporary. Cycles come and cycles go, right? Now, on Tuesday, you have my protection card showing up in reverse. And by the way, I am using my Wildwood Tarot for this. And this may be the last video the Wildwood Tarot shows up in. I am getting ready to retire this one and bring on a new replacement deck. So everybody say goodbye. This has been serving me well for, I don't know, 3+ years. And, you know, you can kind of start to see, you can tell from the wear and tear on the deck. So anyway, I digress. We have the protection card in reverse. You may be feeling a little bit vulnerable whenever it comes to Tuesday, Capricorn. A little unprotected, like your neck is just a little too far out on a limb. On Wednesday, you do have the Four of Vessels in this deck. This talks about boredom, about not being challenged enough, about feeling like you could be doing more. You're not using your full potential. And so that's what we've got going on with you on Wednesday, really wanting to stretch and do more. On Thursday, you guys have the eel showing up in reverse. This is telling me that you've got some kind of situation or problem, probably in the personal area of life that you're trying to solve, and you're having a hard time seeing what would be a good solution to that problem on Thursday. On Friday, you guys have the blasted oak showing up. And the blasted oak would be similar to a tower card in another deck. This just talks about being suddenly and unexpectedly blasted out of a place that felt like it was secure. And this can be a relationship type place, or this can be a work type place. Anything that made you feel secure. Okay. Now, seeing this card can be kind of intimidated. I don't want you guys to be scared. The beginning of this process can sort of take your breath away and can make you need to grab your legs and put them underneath of you. But it's just the beginning of the bigger picture. And so what happens as time goes on is you look around for something to replace whatever that was making you feel secure before. And as you find things to replace that, you find that they're actually better than what you had before. So also, if you look at this card really closely, I'm going to put it close to the camera and hope it focuses without too much glare. You can see that there's bondage around the man's ankles and wrists, and that has been blasted off as well as this person is blasted out of the yoke. So where you felt bound to something that made you feel secure, that bondage has been broken. Maybe you felt like you couldn't leave because things were too good there, even though you kind of knew you wanted to. Now, you're not given a choice. Spirit has basically pushed you out of that situation. And so now you're finding something better. So when this comes up on Friday, you're just at the beginning of that. So probably catching your breath and getting your feet under you. Just know that that's not the end of the story, that the rest of the story is you find something better and you move forward and you end up in a better situation than what you were before. Saturday goes right along with this. This talks about really studying yourself, figuring out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and also studying the world around you and figuring out where you can plug in your strengths and weaknesses, well, especially strengths and be paid for those, where people will appreciate what you're doing and be happy to pay you for whatever it is that you're good at. And this can apply, I've seen this apply both in employment and also in relationship areas, both. So this could be either one. For some of you, it might be both. And then Sunday, we have the respect card showing up in reverse. Now, to me, this card is not that much about respect, other than the sense of respecting the environment. Like you respect a snake. You don't have to be afraid of a snake, but you do respect it enough not to get too close because you don't want it to bite you. That type of respect. So this basically talks about that you have gone, Capricorn, into a new situation where you really didn't know your way around and you were having to feel your way through. And now on Sunday, we see that you're feeling a little overwhelmed by that. And so you're coming back out to kind of regroup before you go back into that situation again. You may want to get some more education or some other types of experience before you hit that again. I do think you're going to be coming back into this situation. I think that it's part of a goal or an objective that you want to meet. But I do think that you're feeling like, well, I should have done more preparation before I got in there. And so you're backing off to sort of regroup and prepare for that a little bit better than you did the first time. Okay. So that's your week, Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, take care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, look out for your loved ones, and I'll see you all back here next week. Peace out, everybody.